It is finally here. The Super Mario Bros. Movie arrives in theatres after what has felt like a lifetime since the last adaptation of this franchise, which I'll do my best to avoid talking about. Now, for everyone who's glanced at the reviews for this movie, will have noticed that many critics have either been on the fence or not keen on this new Mario adventure. However, I feel critics have missed the mark here in terms of failing to understand who this movie is aimed at, which is children. So without further ado, let's explore my thoughts on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Like the games that the movie is based on, the story doesn't break any new ground when it comes to staying close to the formula that we've grown accustomed to seeing by now. Instead of the princess being captured by Bowser, we find Mario's brother Luigi being captured by the villain.
But there's one problem. There's a human has a mustache just like you.
Do you think I know every human with a mustache wearing an identical outfit with a hat with the letter of his first name on it? Because I don't.
While hardcore fans may be annoyed by this creative change, I for one was not annoyed by this switch. For one, why would Mario have any emotional investment in saving a princess who he barely knows? Having Mario save a character that he's known his whole life in Luigi made total sense within the context of this story. While I know many critics found issue with the movie's thin plot, lack of emotional depth, and limited character development, this did not bother me in the slightest. Firstly, let's put this movie into context. Following the critical and box office failure of the 1993 Mario movie, Nintendo became very hesitant to license their characters to other movie studios. And so, what followed was a 30-year journey to the release of this new movie, where Nintendo finally had faith in Illumination to create a movie that would honour the legacy and history of these iconic characters. This movie succeeds in giving fans, including myself, the faithful adaptation that they've been looking for. I mean, this is a kids' movie after all. What were you all expecting? Daniel Day-Lewis, There'll Be Blood level of acting?
I've abandoned my child! I've abandoned my child!
Every actor in this movie brings their A-game to the voice acting. Starting with Chris Pratt, the Nintendo fandom were surprised to say the least when they heard that he had been cast as the title character. But as the old saying goes of never judge a book by its cover, so that's proven true for Chris Pratt, who brings joy, fun, and charm to his vocal performance as Mario. While Mario's famous Italian-American accent does not show in his performance, save for a fantastic plumbing advert at the start of the movie, Chris Pratt delivers in bringing justice to his portrayal of this iconic character. Charlie Day is pitch perfect as Luigi. He brings to life the clumsy, anxious qualities of this character, as Day's on-screen personality was tailor-made for Luigi. Jack Black is the standout performer as the villain Bowser. Black goes all in on his vocal performance, opting for a deep, gravelly voice that matches Bowser's persona to a T. Black is having lots of fun in his performance, and that definitely shows in the movie. The rest of the cast are great, as Anya Taylor-Joy gives Peach a confident, strong presence in her performance.
We are going to stop Bowser.
How? Look at us. We're adorable.
With Keegan-Michael Key giving Toad a suitably high-pitched voice.
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine.
One of the highlights of the movie is its direction. Directors Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic, along with the animation team, do a great job of bringing the world of Super Mario to life. Every mushroom, coin, and power block item are brought to life in the most faithful way possible. The movie's colour palette is suitably bright, providing visual eye candy for fans and casual audiences alike. The directors do a top job with the pacing of the movie. The movie wastes no time in introducing us to the Super Mario Brothers before they're whisked away to the Mushroom Kingdom. Horvath and Jelenic set up the key conflicts early on, namely the threat of Bowser and Mario's mission to save his brother as a result. In many ways, the simplistic plot allows the directors to not worry about weaving plot threads in and out of the movie, allowing them to get creative when it comes to these set pieces. Speaking of which, there are plenty of these throughout the movie. The standouts for me are the Rainbow Road kart sequence and the finale between Mario and Bowser. The set pieces capture the side-scrolling, beat-em-up elements that make the Mario games beloved around the world, as there's lots of Easter eggs for fans to feast over. Brian Tyler is one of my favourite composers working today, and this movie only cements his status further. He opts for an orchestral score which is perfectly suited for the Mario movie. He incorporates Koji Kondo's classic themes that we all know and love from the games, as well as introducing new themes as the soundtrack becomes an integral part of the movie. A lot was riding on this movie for Nintendo. Not only did the movie have to be faithful to the video game material that it was based on, but it had to work as a movie in and of itself. For me, Nintendo and Illumination knocked it out of the park with this Mario movie. Is it the greatest movie ever made? No. However, from Nintendo's perspective, that was never nor should have been the goal with this movie. They ultimately delivered in giving a movie that was made by fans for fans of this iconic gaming franchise. It would be unfair of me to give my usual score out of 10 for the simple fact that Nintendo confidently knew who their target audience was for this movie, and for what it's worth, the Mario movie is as perfect of a faithful video game adaptation as I could have hoped for. So I now hand it over to you, as I want to find out your thoughts on the Mario movie. Did you think this movie delivered on what you had hoped for a Mario outing, or did it miss the mark for you? As I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.